Hi everybody, this is video 3 in our series called Vintage Botanical Architecture, and this project is using the kit called Vintage Botanical Architecture, and it's a collaboration between CollageType and Tatty Treasure Shop. So that means you can get half of the kit at CollageType, half of the kit at Tatty Treasure Shop, and it's over 100 pages once you get the whole thing. And all the links are going to be below that you're going to need to do that. Now, also, if you enjoy this video, be sure to do the thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you are a subscriber, well, hello again. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We got our book going here, and we're working on the front cover. Here we go. I don't even know how to get through it. Okay, and we're working on the front cover. So I've got everything ready. As you can see, hopefully everything goes as planned. I've got our ribbon that we're going to need. I think, let me get the cream colored ribbon, because the cream colored ribbon might look better than the dark brown. I think I like the cream colored better than the dark brown. So let's put the dark brown out of the way and we'll use the cream. So we've got that ready to tie our front up with. This is our back page, and I'm not planning on doing anything with that, but just leaving the flowers. Okay, so right now we need to let's go to this one, because this one doesn't have a ribbon on it, and we'll work with the other two. Okay, now I've cut this on the side for a large card. You know, let's ink the inside of that a little bit if we can. See if we can get some ink on here so it doesn't look quite so white from the outside. Don't want to tear it, but I do want to get it up as far as I can. Okay, and then let's do this as well. Didn't really think about it until I looked at it. We may have to do this to the top of the other one. What are you doing, Oz? There's no food there. Stop. See? All gone. No food. No food. He thought there was a crumb on some canvases under the desk, and he kept sticking his head in there trying to get at it. Okay. Now this is the back side, so we probably won't see this, but let's just kind of give it a little bit of color so that white isn't reflecting off of there. And it's open all the way right now, so we haven't put any paper on it. There we go. Okay, Now, on the front of this, I want to put this window like so. See? Window and a door. Let's do it this way. I'll get both of them on there. And at least part of the chandelier. I was watching it because, as you know, my shoulder's been hurting. And this is actually the third video today. I wasn't going to make another one, but then I thought, well, if it's going to hurt this bad, I might as well do it now. And then I can take the rest of the day and I can take tomorrow off. Like I have a job. I can take tomorrow off. Ink that. Oh, it looks nice. There's no ribbon or anything on it. The ones that have the ribbon, I think we're going to have to just put big old long pieces on there and then trim them once we know what how long we need them. Not what long, how long. And I did fill my glue. It's so full right now. I think it's going to come pouring out. Yay. I need to tip it back and forth and kind of stir it up as well. But I forgot to do that. That will put the newer, thinner glue, mix it in with the other glue. And then it won't be all thick at the bottom again. So put this on here. That looks very nice. I like that a lot. There we go. And then on the back, now we're going to cover this, but we don't want to block this opening. So when we glue it, we're going to glue it back along here, and then we'll be able to slide the card in and out all the way to here. I haven't set the papers aside to make the cards with, but look at that. This would make a great card, wouldn't it? It's got writing lines on the back. I think we have a wiener. Okay, so let's put this paper on, and then we're going to put this on as a pocket. I don't have a card for that either. Going to have to go back and do those. So we're going to need a piece this wide. And we need it to be Yeah, we don't want to leave a gap on this side. We want to go right up to it. So, yeah, that still makes that right. And then we do want a gap at the bottom. Let's see how I can do that. Anyway, what I was saying was I was watching the movie It. And all the farther I had gotten was where little Georgie's boat went down the drain, which is the beginning. But I've seen it several times. The reason I put it on, I'll tell you the truth, is because it's a really long movie and I was planning on taking a nap. But all of a sudden, I decided to do this, or part of it anyway. You know, let me do this. That way we don't go over. We got pretty close last time. We could have gone just a smidge further, but I thought that was a good place to stop. Okay, I'll put this on here. Now, this to me, oh, it doesn't really have, it does to me though. It looks like, well, I think this should be farther up. I don't think it should be at the bottom. Oh, well, it does kind of look better that way, doesn't it? Okay. Part of it's going to be covered with the pocket anyway. I believe that's what we decided to do. Wow, got lots of glue now. Alright, now we want to glue this. Let's see. Wait a minute. It's going to go this way. So we want to glue it this way. We want to glue it all the way over as far as we can get it. That looks crooked to me. Oh, we can fix it by trimming that. You know, it's the envelope that's crooked. It was the envelope and not the paper. Okay. Let's put the pocket on the back. Just going to be this. I think I want to do it where the circle is in the center. So let's get the, well, let's cut the bottom off first. Now, this is a pretty tall envelope. So let's make it Yeah, let's make it a 4-inch pocket. My paper falling everywhere. Okay, so that gives us the height. Now let's do the width. We want to start with this in the center. And then we want to go from the paper to the paper, not to the end of the envelope. Anyway, I'm watching that movie, It, and I got just far enough to see that crazy looking clown turn into the one with the teeth. I was like, oh, okay. So creepy looking. You know, I always knew clowns had that inside them, you know, like as an option. But I think a lot of people are that way. I'm not particularly fond of clowns. I don't freak out or anything. It's not like some people when they see a spider. But they're not my favorite things. I don't know how old any of you are, if any of you are from the Midwest, but I was on the Bozo the Clown show twice, and he was very creepy. He kept touching my hair. I had snow white. I was a towhead. I had snow white hair, which is turning snow white again. But that's a whole nother story. It had these big ringlets. My mom had fixed my hair all up, and he kept touching my hair. It was so weird. Creeped me out even as a little kid. Anyway, I was going to tell you something else. I was going to chat about something else, and now I've forgotten it because we just started talking about clowns. So we'll leave that. This card is going to go inside. So we can do that now because the back of it is closed. So let's go like this. Oopsie. Put it inside. And then you kind of slide it over. You try not to tip it too much, but you put the part you want to save. Oh, there's a gnat. You put the part you want to save. Oh, it was about spiders. Hold on, and I'll tell you in a minute. Inside. And then you get the part. There we go. You get the part that you're going to cut off down here. Then you go just a little bit shorter. And you cut it off. And then you should be real close to the size. We're going to have to do the width, of course. There we go. Okay, now, is that as far in as that's going to go? Okay, so then we're going to want to take it off here. And then, let me get the tabs out. Where did they go? There they are. They're the cream colored ones. Those are all white. Here they are. Those are the only ones I have left. I'm gonna have to make some more. Alright, let's cut this off. It's too narrow. It'll be alright. Let's round the corners. I'm using the 1/2 inch. The other setting is 1/4, and that gives you a very small corner. I keep forgetting, somehow the camera got moved. I forgot to move it back, and we have a very small area that is actually on camera, so I'm sorry if that was all off camera. So I totally forgot to move it. Anyway, I was going to tell you about the spider. So, the other day, I had seen a spider in the house. I don't remember where I saw it. Oh, here in the bedroom / craft room, which I guess it's just a craft room now. There's no bed or anything in here. I have what I call the couch bed in the living room, which is a twin bed with these angled pillows on the back that make it look like a day bed. Anyway, so I saw the spider on the wall. And I'm not afraid of spiders or, anything like that. Unless I know they're the kind that's going to bite you and hurt you. Then I want to get rid of it. But otherwise, as long as there's not too many, and they're not a big giant web somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm kind of live and let live. So, or I try to catch them and put them outside. I know some of you are going, ee. Ah. Anyway. So, you get undressed and get in the shower as you do. Don't want to go in there with your clothes on. Not most of the time anyway, unless you're on fire. But, and I look down, and lo and behold, when I'm standing there at my most vulnerable, is that giant spider on the floor of the tub, or the bottom of the tub. So at that point, he had to go. You gotta go, buddy. Now, I'm gonna come back, I think, and stencil something on here. Don't think I got out anything. You know what I could do? I could stamp something on there. I'll come back and revisit that. Let's put the tab on it. So anyway, yeah, at that point he had to go. I don't mind, but I really don't want to be in the shower with it roaming around by my feet. Don't want to step on it. So, I just splashed some water on him and down the drain he went. Probably just held his little spider breath and just landed somewhere in the pipes. Probably to crawl back up. That's what some of you are thinking. Woohoo! I'll really get you going, huh? I'm going to go ahead and ink this a lot. Now this is not going to go on the top, so we can't really put a charm on it, otherwise it will mess up the way our little flip-flap lays down. But we will put a tab on it. So anyway, that's my spider story for this week. In fact, I think we're definitely going to have more than 5 videos in this series. I think it's going to be a longer series. And I'll probably have to print out some of the cream color and the writing pages again. Okay. And that'll go in there, and that will be done and ready to be glued onto the page. See? So that is already done and ready to go. Now, this one is going to go here, but it needs a ribbon that goes all the way over here and ties. So that one's next. Throwing my paper clips around. Look at that. They're not all lined up. That is not acceptable. Just not acceptable. I know, I'm nuts. This goes like this. Oh, I'm going to get the paper clip back out. I'll put this on the inside now. Those of you who've done this before realize that to put the paper on the inside and put a paper along here, if I put a paper along here, then it's going to, oh shoot, it's not going to work. The problem is that this sticks out past here. So when we put the paper on here, you're going to see it. See right there? You're going to see it right here. But it is straight down the side. No, that's not true. Yeah, because we need to be able to put the card in. Oh, I know. We'll just use the same paper. Okay, so we're going to make this just like we were going to make a card. Even though we don't need that much paper. Now, to be on the inside of the pocket, we can't put it all the way down. It's going to be on this back side. See what I mean? So we only need it to go this far. So then when I put this in, you'll see the problem. You'll probably see it quite quickly. So when I put this in to cover this window, does this want to cover the window? Wow, how did I make it that short? What did I do? I meant to make it the width. Oh no, I can't. But it still needs to cover that. I don't know what I have no idea what I did. This is big enough. Oh, I don't like that against that though. Let me get another one. See if I've got one that's that on both sides. Or isn't writing on one side. Because I need one that's the same on both sides. Let's see what I've got. Is this one? No. Let's see. Alright, maybe I'll do... I can't do the back until we do the inside. This will work. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, now, try this again. It's going to go like this. And it needs to come to here. No, it doesn't. It just needs to come far enough up to cover the window, which is about here. It's still not going to work because when we glue it on the back here, it's going to block the maybe not. We may end up covering this and cutting this open. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Then we can just put this in. Far enough to cover the window. Let's see. Let's put it all the way over. I'm going to do a little bit of hoodoo on here. guess I should say out loud what I'm thinking in my head to try to figure it out. What we need to do is we need to have the back, but we also need to be able to slide a card in and then put paper on the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in like so. We're going to glue it to the back. Okay, so that it's the back of the paper. Which way do we want it? Doesn't matter, but I want the text to face this way then. Yes, I like that better. So let's mark this T for top. And then we will glue this in. By gluing from here over on 3 sides. Or all 4 sides. Let's just glue the 3 sides in. Okay, that'll work. I think we're going to have extra glue sticking out. But we'll just leave it there for when we put the backing paper on, which I now have no idea. Oh yeah, I do. Now we'll put this paper in. Like so. Now see, the problem is that we wanted to put the paper in here. We wanted it to be this wide to put stationery or something in there, and we can't do it. We're not going to have that space. Because gluing the back on here so that it fills all of this, then that makes it to where that window is here. And the backing has to go that far over. Therefore, we can't do it. So let's cut this side open for a card. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't supposed to be gluing anything to the back of this before we papered it. I'm going to re-ink this because I just cut that off. Whoops. I'm still watching, what's the deal with that? Well, we haven't put this on yet. Let's trim this so that it's straight. I think I had a problem, it slid. I was cutting it. There we go. I think it slid the envelope crooked. Glad it didn't cut through any of our other hard work. It's still crooked, but not as much. Okay, so now it goes on this side. So this is going to be the top. So we need to cut this and we need to cover the whole thing, but once again we don't want to glue this shut. We want the pocket to go all the way in. So we're going to measure this from right up against here. Just a little bit inside here. And then we're going to glue. Well, it's not straight. I mean, cut. It's just... I think that's going to work. I'm trying to think. It doesn't seem right. So I'm going to tie this shut from here to here. I need a ribbon here. Unless it was going to go all the way, but I don't want that. So I do want a ribbon here. And then that way it'll go from the underside under the paper over the top of this, and then it'll wrap around from there. Yeah, I almost messed up. All right, let's glue our ribbon on. We're just going to cut it outrageously long. I have an outrageous amount of this. Alright, so now I want to calculate where we want it on here. We want this one up here, this one down here. Let's mark this. Put this one here. Put this one here. Oops. Okay. So then we don't need this ribbon. All we need, in fact, we can put this one on, and we can put this one on. Where's the little one gonna go? gonna go here. So, was I gonna put it down there? No. Put it in the center. No. Put it down here. So then let's put our ribbon here. Then it'll be straight across when we do the center of it. Did I just say to put this in the center? I think I did. No. Down some. Mm-hmm. Once we put the ribbon on, we'll be able to attach both of these envelopes. In fact, I think we should put this on before we put the ribbon on. That way we know where the center of this is. And we need to put the ribbon just from the back. Okay. Oh, actually our time is up. So we'll put these two on, and then we'll do the little envelope when we come back in the next video. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.